Hi, my name is Dina Razek, and this is my 15112 term project called Splendor. This is a game of strategy. So this tutorial will teach you how to play the game of Splendor. There are 3 decks of development cards, with the most common level 1 being on the bottom. Level 2 and 3 are above them, getting progressively more rare. 4 development cards from each deck are placed in their respective row as shown here. Piles of tokens are placed to the right of the cards. The number of tokens in each pile depend on the number of players. There are 7 with 4 players, 5 with 3, and 4 with 2 players. However, there are always 5 yellow tokens. These are the noble tiles. They are drawn randomly from 10 unique tiles. Their number also varies with the number of players. To win the game, you must reach 15 prestige points. These points are earned by purchasing development cards and earning noble tiles. The prestige points are found here on the noble tiles and here on the development cards. On your turn, you must select one of the 4 following actions. The first possible action is to take 3 gem tokens of different colors. A player cannot have more than 10 tokens at the end of their turn. So if this happens, the game will ask the player to return tokens until they only have 10. The second possible action is to take 2 gem tokens of the same color. Again, a player cannot have more than 10 tokens in their hand at once. Also, 2 tokens of the same color are only able to be purchased when there are 4 or more tokens of that color in the pile on the board. Your resources are located at the bottom of the screen, as shown here. Now I'll practice. I'll take a token by clicking on the black token pile. I will now take a green token and a blue token. The end turn button appears once a player's turn can be ended by selecting tokens. When I clicked on the end turn button, the number of tokens in my hand increased, as shown here. The third possible action to take is to reserve a card. A card can be reserved by clicking on it and pressing R. However, a player cannot have more than 3 reserved cards at once. The only way to get rid of a reserved card is to actually purchase it. Now let's reserve this card. I clicked on the highlighted card and I'll press R to reserve it. A View Reserved Cards button appears once I have reserved a card. By clicking on this button, I would be able to see my reserved cards. The last possible action is to purchase a card. The cost of this card is indicated here. This card costs 2 white tokens, 3 blue tokens, and 3 red tokens. To buy a card, a player must spend the number of tokens indicated. Yellow tokens can be used as jokers, and as such can replace any color. Each development card shows what bonus it provides to the owner. This is located here. Bonuses you receive because of previously purchased cards are shown here. If this was your hand, you would have 2 white bonuses, 2 blue, 1 green, and 1 red. These bonuses give you discounts on future card purchases. Each bonus is worth a permanent token of that same color. So for example, if I wanted to purchase this card, I would only need 1 blue token and 2 red tokens because I have 1 permanent token and 2 permanent blue tokens. To purchase this card, I would now press P. After its purchase, a white bonus appears here, and the tokens I needed to buy the card are automatically spent. As you can see, my prestige points increased by the point value on that card. This is the information of the other 3 players. This will always be the information of the current player. Once a player reaches 15 points, the current round will finish so that each player has the same number of turns played. The player with the highest number of prestige points is declared the winner. Now we'll go back to the main menu and start a real game. So there are multiple options for playing this game. You can either have 4 human players, or you can have up to 4 human players. There are also 3 different types of computers. There's easy, medium, and hard. However, when there is more than 1 human player, only the easy computer can be used, as shown here. The easy computer player strategy is independent of the human players. Its goal is to get noble tiles by purchasing lower level cards until until it can win the game. The medium computer player tries to thwart the human player. This is done by mimicking the moves of the human player and reserving cards before the human player has the chance to. The hard computer player also tries to get in the human player's way by reserving cards that it sees the human player going for. Once it reserves a card, it'll try to purchase those cards so that it can continue to reserve cards and continue to get in the way of the human player. Otherwise, it takes the strategy of the first player by going for the nobles. If we were to play with one human player and two computers, the following screen would appear. So this is the beginning. It works exactly like the tutorial. The computer players play automatically, so as you can see, their tokens have increased. Again, if I were to press R, as I did, my reserved cards appear when I click this button. I can also view other players' reserved cards if they had any here. That is the game. Thank you.